Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be one that's been requested for a while now. It's going to be my top 3 favourite foundations ever for dark skin, obviously. And it is going to be a mixture of both high-end and drugstore products. So I hope you guys all enjoy watching this video. Sit back and relax. So what I want to do is I'm going to rank these foundations from least favourite to favourite. So out of the 3, there's going to be my top most favourite foundation ever, and then the other 2, if that makes sense. So I'm going to start off from the bottom of the list, and the first one is my L'Oreal True Match foundation, and I've got this in the shade 9R. I'm just going to show you how this swatches first of all. If you can see it over there, it is quite a nice blend. It's quite a rich tone, but I do have quite red undertones, so this is quite a good match for me. This is more of a liquidy, more runny consistency. So if you're someone who doesn't really like too full of a coverage for foundation, then this will be a really good foundation for you. Also, if you have quite dry skin and you want something that's a bit more dewy, something that'll give you a bit more of a dewy finish, again, this will be a good foundation for you. I don't think you guys can see from all the way over there, but it does actually have some golden like specks in it. It's not just a flat brown color, it's actually got like little gold specks in it, which gives it the dewy kind of golden finish to it, if that makes sense. For anyone who's got dry skin, this would be amazing, but if you've got more oily skin or oily to combination skin, this might not be the one for you. You will find yourself having to blot throughout the day. So yeah, I would stay away from foundations like this. But yeah, this is a drugstore foundation and it retails for about $9.99. If I'm correct, I will leave all the information on the screen somewhere and in the description box down below, so be sure to check that out. So yeah, that's my L'Oreal True Match foundation. So number 2 on the list is my Fenty Beauty foundation, which I did recently purchase. I've got this in the shade 470, and I'm just gonna swatch this on the other hand for you to see. So yeah, this one is a lot richer than this hand. I don't know if you can, I'm gonna try and show you guys as best as I possibly can. So the Fenty Beauty foundation, in comparison to the True Match, L'Oreal True Match foundation, is much thicker in terms of its consistency, but it's still quite a runny, watery consistency. It's not very thick. It dries quite matte. I don't know if you can see, but there's a tiny bit of a shine on this hand, whereas this one has dried to a very matte finish. In terms of the shade match, I find that the Fenty Beauty is a closer match to my face than the L'Oreal True Match foundation, which is a closer match to the rest of my body. And you can, I don't know if you can see, but you can barely see the foundation on there, whereas this one you can kind of see where I put the foundation because it's a bit darker, and that's because my face is darker than the rest of my body. So in terms of shade match, I would say that the Fenty Beauty is a better match to my face. When you first apply it, it does apply very red. It's got very strong undertones, so you do have to wait for it to dry to its matte finish to see the true color, if that makes sense, because it can look a bit crazy when you first do apply it and it's looking extra red. So I would say for Fenty Beauty, if you've got more oily skin, then definitely this will be a better foundation for you over the True Match foundation. But if you've got more dry skin, then I would 100% say reach for the L'Oreal True Match foundation, because it's got quite a dewy finish, as you saw previously. Whereas this literally dries off and has like no shine to it whatsoever. In terms of price point, this is a little bit more expensive, well, a lot more expensive than the L'Oreal True Match foundation. This retails at I think £27, which is a little less than high end, but obviously a lot more expensive than drugstore. So it's just a little bit in between. So if you feel like you've got the money to afford something that is a little bit more expensive than drugstore, but not enough for high-end products, then this is the foundation for you. And you also get an extra 2 mils of foundation in this, because you normally get 30 mils, but there's 32 mils in this for £27, so you definitely do get your money's worth of this. And last but not the least is my absolute favorite, topmost, everything, just my life in a bottle, my Lancome 10 Idol foundation in the shade 14. I'm just gonna show you how this one swatches, if I can even get any of it out. Like, I've literally rinsed this foundation. So that's it there. I'm just gonna blend it into my skin. Oh my god, this foundation is actually everything. So that's it all blended out. or mostly blended out. This foundation dries to a demi matte finish, so it's not matte to the point where it's drying like the Fenty Beauty foundation, but it's also not dewy to the point where it's leaving you looking oily like the True Match foundation, which is terrible for oily skin, needless to say. This literally is just bang in the middle in terms of how dry and how dewy the finish is. So if you've got combination skin like I do, where you've got dry patches but your skin is mostly oily, this is literally perfect because it doesn't dry out your already dry patches, but it also leaves you looking reasonably matte at the same time. It's literally amazing. So yeah, if you've got dry, oily combination skin, anything, like literally this foundation, in my opinion, works for anybody and everybody. In terms of the consistency of the foundation, it's the thickest out of the three. The Fenty Beauty one is like bang in the middle in terms of like how watery it is, whereas the True Match foundation is literally just water, like coloured water. This is slightly thicker, so because of that you do get quite full coverage because of how thick it is. In terms of shade match, it's amazing. Literally it blends into my skin. It feels like butter, super soft. Like my skin just feels so soft and smooth. In terms of the price point, this retails for £32, so this is definitely high end. So yeah, it is a bit pricier, but if you're willing to spend a little bit of money on some quality products, then definitely get your hands on this Lancome 10 Idol foundation because you will not regret it. So that's the end of this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.